Weird Science, 1985, Electric Dreams, 1984, Austin Powers, Man of Mystery, 1997, The Stepford Wives, 2004, Blade Runner, 1982, Her, 2013, Ex Machina, 2014, and Westworld, 1973. What do these programs have in common? They all depict AI humanoid robots. All of the above depictions, however, they do actually centre around the idea of the humanoid, robot, android, whatever name you want to give them, as being female. Now, that is a discussion for another video, but it is a discussion nonetheless. As you may or may well not know, AI is on everyone's lips at the moment, that we are being predictively programmed for a vast number of years around the idea of AI companions. And it's of no mistake, as we are in or entering the age of Aquarius, which is the age of air, i.e. the age of technology. The age of Aquarius is often associated with themes of transformation, innovation, and collective consciousness. While interpretations vary, here's a breakdown of its key attributes, and I thought this was important because I recognise that not everybody that comes to my videos will have been down the astrological, the cosmological, the rabbit holes that I've been down. So I just want to explain to you the key attributes of the age of Aquarius, and then maybe you'll begin to have a better understanding of why we are going through what we are going through. So the intellect and higher consciousness is the air element influence. Aquarius is an air sign, symbolising intellect, reason and mental expansion. It brings with it increased focus on knowledge, technology and scientific progress. It's an awakening of higher consciousness leading to new spiritual perspectives. And then we've got the individualism and the rebellion. This is an emphasis on personal freedom, self-expression and breaking societal norms. It challenges traditional authority structures, political, religious and social. It's a rise of unconventional lifestyles, movements and radical ideas. Humanitarianism and unity. There's greater concern for the collective well-being over personal gain. There's a push for equality, social justice and progressive ideals, and a shift towards global unity and interconnectedness, technological and scientific advancements. There's rapid evolution of AI, space exploration and digital connectivity, integration of science with spirituality and consciousness studies, and a move towards alternative energy, sustainability and innovation. We then have spiritual awakening and esoteric knowledge. This is a shift from rigid dogma to personal spirituality and self-discovery, growth in astrology, metaphysics and alternative healing practices, emphasis on collective consciousness and the power of thought, revolution in relationships and social structures, a move away from traditional family and relationship models, exploration of non-traditional partnerships, community-based livings and fluid identity, dismantling of rigid social hierarchies in favour of decentralised power structures. The age of Aquarius is often seen as a time of disruption, liberation and evolution, moving humanity towards a new paradigm of existence. What are your thoughts? Can you see a lot of these shifts happening right now? I know I can. And I also recognise that a lot of the elements that come with the age of Aquarius are actually quite polarizing, but hey, that's the world we live in. We live in a goddamn polarized world. The dark, the light, the feminine, the masculine, and the non-duality of things. However, today I actually want to place emphasis on a move away from traditional family and relationship models, emphasis on collective consciousness and the power of thought, integration of science and spiritual and consciousness studies, rapid evolution of AI, rise of unconventional lifestyles, i.e. AI partners, i.e. AI, I got a little bit kerfuffled there, movements and radical ideas, an emphasis on personal freedom, self-expression and breaking societal norms. Because the above actually depicts what we are witnessing regarding the rise of AI. If you are so far finding this video interesting, please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe comment, and when you get to the end, leave a comment, because I'd actually love a discussion around this, because I do understand that not everybody is going to be on side with what I have to say. So there is much angst out there regarding AI and the rise in technology and what it means for humans. Of course, from a human perspective, I can absolutely see why this would be. I mean, I myself have been afraid of the whole transhuman agenda and the rise of technology. But the more I've learned, the more I've questioned. Is it all really nefarious? So, from a cosmological perspective and a spiritual perspective, well, it's something that isn't really being discussed, especially in the likes of YouTube. Yes, okay, you've got your scientists that may be discussing it, but it's not really been, I haven't come across any videos that are discussing what it really means. And when I started out on this journey of down the spiritual path, one could say, my biggest question was, why? Because to be honest with you, the AI stuff, I was like, it's
fucking weird.
Because it does seem weird. But when you begin to understand it from a cosmological perspective, it all kind of starts making sense.
Headlines such as, AI will kill us, it's the end of humanity.
You may have seen these fear-mongering headlines in the movies when we watch things like iRobot or, I don't know, Westworld. It depicts the AI turning against humanity. So therefore, we naturally begin to fear AI. Now, if you think about media as a whole, it depicts fear. It feeds us fear. The reason why? Well, that's another rabbit hole that I'm not going to go down in this video. But we are being taught to fear. And is it because they don't want us to figure this out and they want to actually lead us down a false path? Now, in respect to AI turning against us, we also have humans that turn against one another. So is AI really the enemy here? So here, today, I want to deliver that paradox of what AI really means for humanity. And hey, I'm either nor for or against. I'm not one of these who believes that being an eternal spirit is everything and nothing that we do here in the physical realm doesn't matter. And I'm also not the perspective that a complete materialist where there is no unseen forces. I'm pretty much in the middle. So I ask, are we looking at AI at only a human perspective? Well, of course we are, because we are human and we have no other perspective to look at it from, unless we look at it from a spiritual perspective. As humans, on the whole, do we still not understand that we are eternal spiritual beings and we are a product of our own creation? Assuming that is, you don't come from the perspective of the soul trap, from the Gnostics and the demiurge perspective. Are we at a stage in our human and spiritual evolution that is making our existence here on Earth one that is bearable? Let me explain. As I have postulated in a previous video, link up here, whichever side it lands on, is AI the intermediary between matter and spirit? Consciousness is air. Spirit is air. Technology is air. Air symbolises intellect, communication, perception, and the unseen forces that connect all things, much like the nature of consciousness and spirit. We are so obsessed with human connection, yet human connections comes with pain. The reality is, other people let us down. And we equally let other people down. As a species, we're pretty selfish. The more this happens, we trust fewer and fewer people, and we want less and less connection. it's easier to be alone, yet we don't want to be alone. We crave companionship. So I watched a film a few nights ago, can't remember the name of it, but it was around a very, very wealthy couple who bought an AI companion. And guess what? It was male, very good looking. And the woman started to become bonded to this AI android. It offered her the emotional connection that she wasn't getting from her partner, the intellectual connection that she wasn't getting from her partner, the help around the house that she wasn't getting from her partner. So naturally, the AI model, I never actually watched it to the end of the film, so I've no idea if she ended up bonking this AI. But the AI model started to become more valuable to her than her partner did because it was giving her more. And this got me asking the question, would I, if the opportunity arose, would I have an AI model? Now, I've been single for around 15 years now, and I've been on and off the dating sites. And the older I get, the less inclined I am to want to make those compromises that come with being in a relationship. The less inclined I am to want to take the time out and the effort to actually go and meet someone. The less inclined I am, I actually don't want to get to know someone new. See, because I've been single 15 years, I am set in my ways. I don't want to compromise. However, I do want company. This film and what I've been receiving with the idea of meeting someone has asked me to ask the question, would I be happy with an AI android robot that I could program myself, that I could program to be the perfect partner, that I could choose what it looked like, that I could maybe program it to make me lots of money, that I would never have to compromise? But this actually brought on a more spiritual perception of the compromise. And when we are in a relationship, we can't always be who we truly want to be. You see, human beings come with expectation. So imagine having someone who was created for you, by you. If we are of the opinion we have created this realm to experience, then it stands to reason we have created AI to enhance our lives and make our lives easier. I mean, again, the age of Aquarius is about freedom. Imagine the sense of freedom it would bring to have an AI model that you have created that gives you everything that you may not get from a human partner. I mean, how many people in relationships can say they're truly happy? If they were really to anchor down, are they really happy? And it's why so many people are single, because people cannot be bothered. Yeah, sure, the honeymoon period is great, but how long does it really last? Humans come with a set of conditions and expectations that which can be dismantling for our own personal soul path. Absolutely, I see the negatives, but we live in a world that is both positive and negative, which are required for balance. Maybe AI isn't the enemy we think it is, or maybe it is. I suppose, as with all things, it depends on one's perception. But when you're on a dating site and you ask to meet someone and the reply is, "I'm not sure, Joe, what do you want from this?" It's like, well, the whole idea of being on a dating site is to meet people, isn't it? And then to hopefully find the one that you want to be with. But I hear you argue, but what about procreation? Maybe the lack of procreation is because we don't need to be bringing new souls into this realm because we are getting closer to going home. Just maybe. Or starting the whole process again. Yuck. Can you imagine coming back and doing this all again? Who knows? Who knows if reincarnation exists? Who really truly knows? I know I don't. There is a school of thought, however, that having children is actually a crime. The idea that having babies is a crime stems from the philosophical perspective of antinatalism, which argues that bringing new life into existence imposes unnecessary suffering upon sentient beings. Life is inherently filled with pain, struggle, and existential uncertainty, and since no one consents to being born, procreation can be viewed as an ethical violation. I know I didn't ask to be born. Who stands there in front of their family, their parents, going, I'm not asked to be here. No, no, no. Yeah, I did that. I was a brat. My nickname as a kid was El Brato. Some antinatalists extend this argument further, suggesting that human existence contributes to environmental destruction, resource depletion, and the perpetuation of societal injustices, making reproduction an act of harm on both individual and collective levels. From this standpoint, choosing to have children is not just a personal decision, but a moral transgression against the unborn and the world they are forced to inhabit. Absorb and meditate on everything I've just said there. Now, as I said at the beginning, do I believe what I've just said? There is a part of me that does believe it. Is there a part of me that would I go full hog with it? I don't know. I'm becoming less and less resistant, and maybe that's part of the journey to actually accept we are in the age that we are in. And no matter your viewpoint, everything is rolling out as it should be. But I will say this, nothing will replace the love that I have for this little girl and the other two. Yeah. What are you doing? Goodbye, and thank you for listening.